And welcome to 2P.E.A.S and a podcast. Yay! And the crowd went, wow. Yes, it did. Oh, I promised you guys a song, didn't I? Gosh. Not right now. We're going to wait until a little bit later. When the spirit hits me.
There is
to
a
lay
God.
it on you. I'm going to lay it on you.
There is a God.
So,
housekeeping.
Yes.
Like, share, and subscribe. I saw we got an extra subscriber this week.
Yes.
And
that was
last week's, week before last, views were really high. That was something about the slap. Yeah. And last week's were pretty good too, so.
Right. That new subscriber, I know who that was.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Okay.
That was my niece, Smelly Cat.
Thank you, China.
Thank you, Smelly Cat.
That's terrible when we know who else is.
Well, you said we got a new one, and I knew she did, because I said, did you subscribe to our podcast? Oh, no, Auntie, I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, okay.
So she did it. Yeah.
So, shout out to our super fans.
Yes.
And I was going to say something about our super fans. Was I going to make an addition?
We was going to say how thankful we are for their continued support.
We are. Especially the live chat crew.
Yes,
the live chat crew is so much fun. And that wasn't last week. We adding Jay to a super fan because you becoming a super fan. Little Jessica. Not Jessica, my sister, but Jessica J, not Jessica Jessie. Mm-hmm. But she was like, she was typing. She was like, I'm typing too fast. She just wanted to jump into the screen. So
yes, the live chat be live. You gotta get in there.
I don't know how live it is, but
we had fun. We was live last week, and I think the week before that was the last week. One of the weeks, I was in the car and I was out running errands and got caught. Wasn't back in time, so I had to pull over on my phone. That's just how live it be. I couldn't miss it.
Right. So today's topic is friend zone. But not the normal friend zone. We're not talking about, the guys that you don't really want to deal with and you put them in the friend zone.
No. Not that kind of friend zone.
We're talking about some messy's friend zone. And it's not even messy, but it has the potential
to be very messy.
Yes. So here's the scenario. It's like two scenarios. The first scenario is, as our role as women in a relationship, what is inappropriate for our spouse or our partner who has a female friend? What is appropriate interaction between them, and what's inappropriate interaction? Mm-hmm. And then the second part of that is when you're not the significant other, but you are the friend. Mm-hmm. And now the wife or girlfriend is looking at you like, oh, this your friend. So we're going to play two roles today. One, we're going to be the wife, girlfriend, whoever. Mm-hmm. And then the second part, we're going to be the friend who's not the girlfriend or wife. So I've been a wife. And my ex-husband, you know what? I haven't really talked about him in a couple of episodes.
I know. I wasn't going to say nothing. I wasn't going to point it out. But you was doing good.
Yes. But I have to use him as a point of reference sometimes. Or use that relationship as a point of reference. Mm-hmm. But as I've stated, I never regretted divorcing him ever. So when I was married, I didn't really care if he had female friends. Like, he had a lot of customers. Mm-hmm. Because he was a mechanic, or he is a mechanic, allegedly. And that was me. I'm sorry.
He's a mechanic.
Just won't work on my car or his son. I'm giving y'all too much information.
Migrass.
It's going to give me a migraine. But with my boyfriends, my boyfriend, he had a ton of female friends, like a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And I never thought it was inappropriate, but they never gave me anything that, you know, where I would feel their interaction was inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, recently, I did mention to a girlfriend of mine that I thought one of her boyfriend's friends was a little too
friendly.
Yeah, friendly in my observation.
To who? Friendly to who?
To her.
Her boyfriend's friend was too friendly to her?
Yes. So, yeah, so as a girlfriend or wife or significant other, how would you handle a situation where your husband, boyfriend, significant other has a female friend and you all are around each other and you just see something that you deem inappropriate? So do we need to identify what or define what we say is inappropriate?
Yes.
I'm completely inappropriate. I am.
You inappropriate when it ain't got nothing to do with a relationship.
Right, like I just stuff pop in my head and it'd be funny to me, but it might be inappropriate to say in front of my friend who is a male and he has a wife. Oh, I haven't gone to that side yet. I'm still on the side of the wife.
Okay.
Okay,
so what was the question again?
The question is, what would you say is inappropriate for your husband, your significant other's female friend? What kind of behavior? Like, are you okay with her, like, touching him, hugging him, making sex jokes, or, you know, inappropriate, like, jokes with him?
I would have to answer that in two different perspectives. Okay. From a Tira perspective, ain't none of that going on. From a Tira looking out at somebody else's perspective, I would say, you know, the hugging or the touchy or the this or whatever, as long as she's not touching no parts that cover a bikini on a woman, on him, I would say it probably wouldn't be that inappropriate. If she can do it in front of you, I don't think that's inappropriate.
Okay, say she does it in front of you, but then, you know, they text. And say like they you sleep one night. And you wake up and he on his phone texting. And he texting with what you texting?
Tyra would not go for that.
So how would you express it to him or to her?
Well, first of all, no, I would express it to him. To let him know. Yo, you got to chill with that. I was wondering when you were going to ask about my phone.
I just saw it.
I've only been here for a whole hour, and she's just saying something about my thumb.
What happened to your thumb?
I think I got trigger thumb. So, because it was when I was bending it, it was clicking. So
arthritis.
I looked at, I used my medical degree to Google it. And so I thought, well, you know, they said the trigger thumb rested, maybe take an anti-inflammatory, whatever. And so I thought, well, maybe I should kind of immobilize it. So I put some tape on it.
Oh, okay.
To immobilize it.
All right. Okay.
But yes.
Well, hashtag get well soon.
Thank you.
Okay, so back to the topic.
So
what would you tell him? Like
I would tell him that's inappropriate. Because I would think it's inappropriate to be up at late hours of the night. Now, the other caveat to that is I don't know what you're texting during the day, if you're around me or if you're not around me. And again, from a Tira standpoint, everything to me is fishy. I'm looking at you side eyes about everything.
Okay.
Everything.
So now switch hats. Now you the friend.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a male best friend or a very close male friend. And you like, oh, I forgot to tell him about something. And you said, let me text him real quick before I forget. And it's like 11:30 at night.
Am I saying this out loud so that my significant other can hear me?
No, you the girlfriend. You his friend now.
Oh, I'm his buddy.
You his buddy.
I'm the
now.
buddy, and I got something to text him
right.
or whatever, and it's late at night. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. You know what I would do? Because my memory, my memory's a little bit, fuzzy these days.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in my phone under, I set an alarm to tell him the next day.
See, I can't practice that much restraint.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it out of respect for her, because if it was me, I would expect you to do the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, me and my significant
other. Is that disrespectful though? Like, I never understood that. Like, when I was little, I couldn't get phone calls after 10 o'clock. I was like, why? Now, I can understand mommy not wanting the phone to ring after 10, but why can't I talk after 10? I just never understood.
Because your mother probably thought that's, a sexual peak hours or something. And she wanted to make sure that you wasn't having no sexual talk. And besides that, you should have been in the bed. But
what's done at 10 p.m. can be done at 10 a.m.
Well, it can, but as a parent, old school,
right.
New school, no
yeah,
school
that's
rules.
True.
But yeah, no, I would think that's disrespectful. At that time of night, you should be focusing on me, not your buddy.
But you already sleep, and in my case, I'm sleep with my sleep machine on.
So are you saying that you would be okay with that?
I don't think I would trip. Unless it was a pattern. Like every night they like late. But if it's just, random every so often, I ain't gonna care. I ain't gonna say anything. Now, if I happen to see and I also like to make this public service announcement. I have decided that in any relationship that if I should get into another relationship, I'm never, ever going through the phone. No, never. I'm not going to go through their phone. Never. I was watching this show called Ultimatum on Netflix. I binge watched it yesterday. And that was like one of the running things. And honestly, I didn't see at first what a violation of going through somebody's phone is, even though I don't want nobody to go through my phone. But I thought, if you my dude, I can go through your phone and it shouldn't be anything there. But I have changed my position on that. I have decided that your phone is your phone, and that is not my business. And whatever business is conducted in that phone, I just have to trust that as the person that I love, whatever business you conduct in that phone is going to show me and our relationship respect. Even if it doesn't, I can't allow myself to be on this witch hunt. So that's just something that I personally decided yesterday. I thought I turned it off. Sorry. But so yeah, I think as I get older, I just want to be in a relationship where the person and I can trust each other. So even if he has a friend, if she's inappropriate, I would hope that he would recognize it and would check it before I even have to say anything.
Okay, so what if y'all are all in the same general area, and she does something that you deem inappropriate, and he doesn't check it? Not because...
He like laughing.
Yeah, because he doesn't realize that. Because sometimes guys are oblivious.
Right.
He doesn't realize that.
I give him the Jada eye. Hold on, what's the Jada eye?
So what if, okay, you giving him the Jada eye. He still don't pick up on it. He looking at you like what? And then she do something else that you deemed
like what? Like maybe they dancing. Now, okay, so I travel in a group that they're married couples. So it's men and women. And I try to always adhere to boundaries that I would want someone to adhere with me. So in terms of inappropriate dancing, now, we from DC or PG or Maryland, whatever you want to call it. And when you dance off go-go, it is a... Okay, so we had a little glitch. But, so, like, okay, so we from DC. And the way we dance off of go-go music can be very, very sexual. Can be. But if I'm dancing with someone who is like, I know they're in a relationship or they're like a friend, my friend's dude or something, I maintain at least a 2-foot two-step.
Why gotta be a two-step though? You can't do 3 or 4?
Well, it might be 20 if I get all 30 seconds on the dance floor. But no, I you know, when I dance, I like to whine, I like to bend over, I like to drop it. I like to do all of that, which I can only do 30 seconds at this moment. I can only give the dance floor 30 seconds, okay? Don't judge me. But I really keep in mind how I'm dancing. Mm-hmm. Now, I've never had this happen to me, but I've seen people out dancing and then somebody go snatch somebody up, either the girl dancing to something or the guy got a girl dancing and the girl go snatch the guy up. I've seen that out like at clubs and cabarets. Mm-hmm. So people are definitely in violation of it.
Right, but are they friends? Or is it just some random person that you getting your groove on with on a dance?
Right. So say I'm at a club or I'm sorry, me and my dude ain't never going to no club or cabaret. Not at this age. The most we gonna go to is one of these wine festivals and that's it. But if I'm at a cabaret party atmosphere with my dude and he's dancing, mm-hmm. and then a girl comes up to him and begins to dance inappropriately, it is his responsibility to say, "Whoa, Nelly."
Exactly.
And I can't even think of a scenario where I would go snatch her up. Because I would think I have to snatch him up because he already know I'm there. Mm-hmm. And you just being disrespectful at this point. If you bent the girl over and did what's the name of that movie with Patrick Swayze?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. That's what we talking about. No dirty dancing.
What if he's drunk? What if he's like toe up to the floor up? And you know this to be so because you was over there partaking in the toe up to the floor upness with him. So what if he just drunk and she's just like, oh, he cute. Let me go over there. Boom, 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 boom.
She at the table?
No, they on the dance floor.
Okay, and he drunk, and she drunk.
No, I don't know. She ain't drunk because she ain't drunk. We don't know
he's drunk,
but he's drunk, and he just danced. And sometimes people get drunk and don't realize what's going on or what the girl doing. So he might just be in his own.
That's when you gonna see the girl go just pull the joint off the dance floor, and be like, oh, yeah, "You done had enough. Let's go."
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. So it's really something to think about because as the significant other, I'm putting a lot of the pressure on the guy. But as the friend, I'm just like, you my friend. We just kicking the bobo.
Well, it's the pressure is on him. if this is his friend, he know what's appropriate and what's inappropriate.
Can you send sexually explicit jokes and memes?
No, and you shouldn't do it at work either, for the record.
Especially if you're a supervisor. Don't send nobody nothing. Exactly. What's wrong with y'all people? Supervisors, you are held to a different standard. Yes. Do not engage in any type of funny jokes. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. If you want your job, don't do it.
Yes. But yeah, he should know. He should know. She should know. Okay?
But suppose they like really good friends. Like just
now I'll say
friends.
this. Now I can say this. When I was dating a guy, he had a female friend who he was really close, and he used to say, "Oh, this is like my sister" or whatever. And he's like, let's say that everybody always asked him if they had dated or if they messed around or whatever. Now, I'm gonna be cool with that until you give me a reason to not be cool with it. And so I say that to say we in the car, we go to pick this said friend up, my first time meeting this said friend. And he said, "Boo." And both of us said, "Huh?" And I said, okay, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to tell you. Y'all already know. Y'all know my eyes. Y'all know how my eyes go, right? Imagine how my eyes went and how my eyes went when I did this, when I turned around to the back of the car. My first day meeting her, yes, absolutely.
Well, one, none of my dudes ever called me boo.
What the hell you? What you?
I never.
So yeah, so that was a conversation. That was definitely a conversation afterwards. And that in itself made me think that
they had
something happened. Mm-hmm. Y'all may have cut it off, but something before, because there's no way that she can think that you calling her boo. Absolutely not. I don't believe that shit stuff.
Mm-hmm. So now, I do have platonic friends that might call me baby.
Well, do they do it in front of you?
And I call everybody, like, especially at work. I'm like, okay, sweetie pie. Okay, darling. Oh, thank you, darling.
I don't think that's inappropriate.
Okay.
Especially if your man knows, you two.
So, boo, you don't think boo could have slid?
Because
hold it, my brother calls me boo. No, my brother calls me boo. But he called everybody boo. Come on, boo. So maybe the boo it's not a term of endearment for romance. It's just
it's
generic.
A term of endearment. Don't say it in front of me to somebody else.
I never wanted nobody call me no boo. I hated that. Don't call me boo. Don't call me none of that. Call me Missy.
I like words like that. Boo,
or you can call me
babe,
Queen Bee.
Sweetheart, honey, love.
I used to call my
beautiful
ex.
But don't call me sexy if I'm just meeting you.
Okay, babe. And he called me baby. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I made another declaration about that too. I made a declaration about that too. I must move forward, not backwards.
Yes. So yeah, I think that the onus is on both, actually. I think you and your significant other just be open about it. If it's something that, let them know what you feel is crossing the line. If you see something, I'm not saying go ballistic, short of the person actually touching on a private part, like I said, touching one of the bathing suit areas or kissing or something like that. Anything can be kind of discussed. Okay, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with her doing that. Check that. Don't do that no more.
Well, you know, on Married to Medicine, Simone was ready to divorce her husband because of his friendship with his female friend. And I want to say this female friend was gay, so it wasn't even about a threat of a sexual relationship. but he really loved this person as his friend. They would hang out. They would go to golf. They go golfing together. And she just said, "You spending too much time with her. This, I'm your woman. I'm your wife. And you rather hang out with this woman." And he's like, "This not my no woman. This my best friend."
Mm-hmm. That's
so.
Sticky,
is she holding the female best friend to a different standard than she would his male best friends? Because I can assure you, there are males that he got. The problem is he likes to play golf, so he don't care who he going with as long as he get to play golf. But when he plays golf with the guys, the fellas, it's okay. Oh, he with the fellas. But if he plays golf with her, it's an issue to the point he had to sever that relationship. He had to break it
was
off.
she how do I put it?
I think Simone was insecure.
Yeah, she probably was.
Mm-hmm.
Was the female friend alpha male or
I never saw a picture of. They never showed her a picture of. But they did allude to the fact. I think it was Messy Heavenly. I love Heavenly. I love you. I love Dr. Heavenly, but I think Dr. Heavenly has said like on a reunion show something. Child, she don't want no man. They want the same thing. Something messy like that. So
yeah.
But I just think in the back of her mind, because it was a female, gay or straight, she just was intimidated and her insecurities was getting the best of her. Because I could see her say, "Okay, you are spending too much time away from home with your friends." It was this one particular friend, and he had to cut the friend off, or else she was going to divorce him. She had filed for divorce and separation.
I don't, in that situation, did she put forth the effort to meet the friend?
I think they had been friends for like 20 years.
No, I'm talking about did the wife put forth the effort to say, "Well, this person is very important to you. I'm very important to you. I wouldn't want to cause him to sever that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get to know this person so I can see where her head is."
I don't think Dr. Simone ain't got time for that, because all she do is work.
Okay, that's her problem. Stop working. Okay,
but somebody got to pay the bills.
You make your own hours or whatever so that you can see what your husband out there doing.
Yeah.
You ain't got to work all like that. Unless, I can understand she a gynecologist, right? So if your patient having a baby or call you in damn labor, whatever, I get that part. But a girl, cut your office hours off and go on and spend some time with your dang blasted husband. Stop playing games.
Yeah, I think I think as a person in a relationship, it really depends on how secure you are in yourself in that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I've had boyfriends that did not care about my male friends and would, did not care. Then I had boyfriends that every male associate I had, they absolutely hated. Hated. Which I thought was crazy because, they just, my friends. So.
Mm-hmm. If I were the friend and the guy was, and I have male friends or whatever, I know not to cross certain lines. I know that.
But suppose you're not crossing the line, it's just the insecurity of his mate, and he tells you he has to cut that friendship off.
Then he has to cut it off, because I'm gonna have to respect that and respect his wishes. I don't want to come between anybody in their relationship.
That's true.
So if it means that we gotta not be friends, we cannot be friends. I don't need to see you all the time, talk to you all the time. Once in a while, maybe we can reach out and say, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever. But no, I would never jeopardize anybody else's relationship. And I would hope someone would respect me and my relationship enough to do the same.
Right. That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. I'd be like, let's have a sit. No. I don't know. I was going to say, do I have any close male friends? Well, I do have close male friends. But their wives or girlfriends, like if I refer to them as my baby, like, my a lot of my male friends are younger than I am. So I refer to them as my babies. So their girlfriends or wives, after approval, becomes just part of the baby crew. Mm-hmm. So they're my babies too. So, do I have many peer male friends? I guess the close, I don't have a lot of peer, I really don't have a lot of male friends. Now that I think about it, I have a lot of male associates. I don't have any male person that's on, a peer of mine that I would consider like my close friend that I talk to all the time. I have younger friends, like the younger guys, that I might talk to on a more regular basis. Because I'm like the den mother, my auntie, the big sis. So
I have a friend that I guess I consider kind of like a male friend to me. Somebody who I had dated before, and
now y'all friends.
Yeah, we're pretty. I think we're pretty cool.
And he in a relationship?
Yeah, he's married now.
And his wife know y'all dated, and y'all still friends?
I don't know what he said to her, but I mean, it's not like we call each other all the time. Okay. But every now and again, I may shoot him a text or something to say, his mom passed, and I may, shoot him a text, hey, thinking about you. Or, and I expressed to him
thinking about you.
Yeah, thinking about you on that day of your mom, because I know that he went
right, but that's why I said I'm not going to go through nobody's phone.
Yeah, no, I didn't say, it's never just a thinking about you and just at that.
Okay.
Hey, I know what today is. I'm just letting you know I'm thinking about you. Be strong. Okay. Words of encouragement. Yes.
Right. But I could twist the words of encouragement.
I told him that's where you live, and that's the best thing for you. And yeah,
I told the guy
I wasn't it.
I told the guy, I said, don't you jeopardize in-house for somebody who just passing through.
Well, I wasn't passing through. It wasn't nothing like that with us. We just was friends.
But I ended up passing through and.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, I didn't pass through. It's just that I feel that we're friends. We're cool. So,
yeah. So, I think it all depends on the maturity level, how secure the people in the relationship are, how respectful of the relationship the friend is. And just keep it. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Or do you treat people the way that they treat you?
I always treat people how I want to be treated.
Until they treat you bad.
Even if people treat me bad, for the most part, I still even though I'll be joking about being the anti-Obama, when they go high, we go low. I mean, when they go low, we go. Well, hold it. Wait, I don't even know how to say it.
When they go low, we go high.
Right.
Speaking of Michelle Obama, did you watch the episode? Because I saw everybody talking about Viola Davis and her lips. Like Michelle Obama keep doing her lips like.
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Oh no. Barack. Sasha Malia. I haven't watched it either, but I just seen it on Facebook and I see everybody talking about it. Me personally, I didn't think that she would make a good Michelle Obama, but who am I? I'm no director. I'm no casting director. I don't know, but I didn't think that she would make a good Michelle Obama.
Who would make a good Michelle?
You know who would make a good Michelle Obama? Kerry Washington.
No, she wouldn't.
I think she'd make a good Michelle Obama. I think she would. I think she could pull it off.
You talking about lips?
Well, exactly. She wouldn't have to do nothing with her lips. She wouldn't have to force her lips to do this.
Her lips are very irritating. And I love you, Kerry Washington. I'm sorry. I love Kerry Washington, but Her lips ain't weren't irritating on Scandal. Did you watch Scandal?
Yeah, I watched that.
Honey, them lips they drive me crazy. Ugh.
Okay, what about Taraji?
No.
No Taraji?
No, you need a more mature person to play.
Regina Hall?
No. I think Viola, I haven't seen it. But
I haven't seen it either, so maybe I shouldn't.
Because think about Viola and How to Get Away with Murder. She carries herself, when she wasn't snotting, crying and snotting, but she carries herself like she could pull off Taraji a little too hood, even when she trying to be, the hood comes through. I think Carrie is too...
You don't think Michelle Obama hood? She from Southside Chicago.
I don't care where you from. You can be from wherever, but you still have a level of class. Okay? Somebody might say, "Oh, Missy, you from Lanham."
You're not hood.
I'm gangster.
I used to say that too. I'm from Landover, and it's like, you ain't from Landover.
I used to be
you lived in Landover, but you're not from Landover.
Well, where you from?
But deep down,
you spent,
really am from Landover.
You spent most of your formative years in the Landover area.
But you got to think. But the person who said it to me never saw the Landover side of me. They only saw like the Eleanor Roosevelt Shippensburg side.
Oh, okay. You know what? That might be a good topic for us to have. Maybe we should let one of my friends actually come and be a guest for this particular episode. The DMV versus DC. Because native Washingtonians have a big problem with, people referring to DC as the DMV, or for PG County residents like me to say I'm from DC. I think that would be a very, very... I'm going to reach out to him to see if his availability, and maybe he'll join us because he will hype the joint up. He gonna try to play professional until the DC kick in. He gonna be
well, I think I'm the only person in my family that actually... I ain't gonna say the only person in my family, but of my close-knit family that actually really rep the DC side. Because once my family moved out of DC, they got a little bougie. Even though they still was living in the hood, they got a little bougie and thought they was a little bit, But yeah, but I'll be like, Orlando. I mean DC. Oh,
yeah, that's me. I lived in DC for the first 2 or 3 years of my life, which that really doesn't count, and then I lived for about 6 months, and that don't count. But when I travel, I always say I'm from DC because if you say Maryland, they think you're from Baltimore. I'm not from Baltimore. I'm definitely 10 minutes from DC, so I'm repping DC. But I think that would be a good topic. And he just happens to be one of my good friends. Okay. Male friends, but I respect all boundaries. Okay. As it pertains to him and his marriage. And
we'll talk about it.
I love his wife. I love his wife too. Yeah. We can talk about all right, well, anything else? Let me see, because when we had our technical difficulties. Oh, okay. I already touched on this. Y'all know I get scared when she pick up her phone. Oh yeah, you had touched on the going through the phone thing and how you would never do it. That was never a thing for me either. Not messing with the going through phone, or if somebody leave me in their house and they go to the store and come back thinking they're gonna catch me snooping in a drawer or something, when you catch me right in the place where you left me at. Because you talking to the camera, to America like they wanted to subscribe.
I'm just saying. I have no care about what's in your drawers or anything like that.
I have arrived. But younger Missy, you never know. You never know. But my mother always told me, if you look for trouble, you will find it.
Right.
And that has been the absolute truth in every situation. So why bring that drunk? Because you're happy until you find it.
Yeah.
You be in the happiest relationship until
me.
you find it.
I've never did that. My grandmother always said that. And so I've never done it, but I would happen to come upon things. Like when me and baby daddy was first, in the earlier years of our relationships. And, I'm washing clothes and I pull out a number in your pocket. Who the heck is this? Where'd you get this number from? But I wouldn't, sometimes I would just make sure I place the number in a place where I know that he know that he saw it and know that I saw it. And then I'm going to say, who is that?
Right.
But in his line of work, could have been anybody.
Right.
Sometimes now, the other thing would be if I'm doing something and I come across a number in a place where I know you hid that number. That's a problem. That might be the one that I may say, well, let me call this person to see what's going on. But other than that, I ain't like to do that.
I never was really a caller. I am always being called. But when you call me, honey, I'm going to give you the conversation. But that's a whole, that would be a good topic. We going to add that. Add that.
Okay.
The other woman to woman calls. Okay. That's it. Woman to woman. That'll be the episode. Now let's pray that we remember. Oh Lord, yes, woman to woman. Yes, woman to woman. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, but let me tell you a funny incident that happened this weekend.
Okay.
So, my son Khalil, you know my son Khalil.
Yes, I know. KJ.
My son, he was parking in like one of my favorite parking spaces by my house, right? And so I said, what you doing in my spot? Because when I had came home, the spot wasn't available. Mm-hmm. And so I said, what you doing in my spot? And he was like, he's like, they was getting ready to leave. So I was like, where did I park at? And I said, oh, wait a minute, I parked way down the street. Okay, let me go and get my keys and I'm going to move my car. So he was sitting in the car and Monet's in the house with the kids waiting for me to come back so she can leave. So I walk to go to the car. When I came back, he's talking to some guy who was parked next to him. And so I'm thinking, because KJ knows everybody. Everywhere he goes, he knows myself. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. He knows somebody around here. So when the guy got out and I said, is he drunk? Is he high? So he just, I'm your neighbor and I'm da-da-da-da. And if you need help with a bag or your trash, you can just ask me. Da-da. And me and my smart stuff. And I'm like, I got another son. I don't need you, sir. Hello. So anyways, KJ says to me after we finally get this guy to move on so we can talk. Because he knows now I'm looking at him, give him the eye like, Mom. He said, when you walked past, he said to me, he rolled his window down and said, hey, bruh, she got a fat don't she? Ain't that a fat
Not realizing.
Not realizing.
To your son. Oh,
KJ
God.
said, bruh, that's my mother. Just like that, mother. Yeah, mother.
Oh, good.
That's my mother. So he said the guy felt so stupid that he said, I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about, he said that, keep in mind, it was two Indian women standing over to the side talking.
Two of my cousins.
He said, I was talking about her right there or something.
Oh, Lordy.
KJ started laughing. He said, nah, you good, bro. I've been hearing it all my life, bro. So when he told me, he was like, I said, oh, okay. So when KJ told me, I said, what? And he said, yeah. I said, look at you growing up, right? He said, yeah, I know, because back in the day, you'd have came out to a dead body.
Oh, and on that note,
he said he'd have been laid out. He said, but nah. He says, I'm growing up and I'm on. Yes, you are, son. Yes,
That's
you are.
Funny. Well, thank you, KJ, for growing up.
Yes.
That's a whole lot of.
Cause one day if that would have happened, back in the day. Okay, I think we said something like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Yes.
I hope something that was said in either role that you may find yourself, something that was said today will help you to, make sure that you're operating within the boundaries of respecting the relationship and the friendship. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So, in closing, I